We got Elvis over here.
I know.
And so he's having a good time.
The road trip. Something us car enthusiasts have grown to love. But what exactly makes the perfect road trip? Is it just going from point A to point B and having fun at that end destination? Or is it just stopping along the way during the journey to epic places? I hopped in the car with Rob Ferretti, Drive Network, and many others to find out. I'm David Patterson, and this is the Adventure Drives. Adventure Drive Day 4. Day 4 was extremely straightforward. The day was going to be filled with driving into Las Vegas, Nevada, and also taking a helicopter tour into the Grand Canyon. I had been to the Grand Canyon once before, but I had never been to the bottom. So we started our journey again and headed to Las Vegas.
So we just left Zion National Park, had a great time. It's such a glorious little place. I say this about every place, and the people aren't going to believe me. I'm very genuine. It was amazing. It was beautiful. We went out last night and laid down in the road and took photos of the stars. It was me, Camden, JF, Shivam. Got some phenomenal pictures. You can see those on my Facebook page. Day is starting off. We have a trip to Las Vegas. We're going to the heliport in Boulder City, just south of Vegas. We're choppering into the Grand Canyon, having lunch in the Grand Canyon. I know, right? David's shaking his head. Choppering into the Grand Canyon, having lunch in the Grand Canyon, and then we're going back, hanging out in Vegas at the Mandarin Oriental at the pool, and then doing dinner with a bunch of Lamborghinis and everything at Del Toro, which is formerly a exotic car dealership at the Palazzo. So that's great. The day is going to be great. Started off with a little bit of a sour note when somebody backed into my NSX that I lent to Rob, so we feel bad about that. But the problem was that they took off, and the only reason I'm bringing this up isn't for pity or anything like that. It's just a car, it gets fixed. But the problem I have is that when people are given the opportunity to do the right thing, they know they backed into the car, they decided to take off, and that's a dirty thing. If you're watching, do the right thing whenever the opportunity arises. Your life will be better for it. You'll feel better for it. If you feel like you got away with something, if you go into a store and you walk out without paying for something, don't say, haha, I got one. Just go back in and pay for it. That's the type of person you want to be. Don't be the guy who does something like that. To us, it's not the biggest deal. We get it fixed. It's paint. It ruins a couple of pictures, but do the right thing.
Hey Rob, where do we make it to?
We're in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yes, we are.
We got Elvis over here.
I know.
And so he's having a good time. Dancing around. Dancing in the hot sun. I don't know.
Only in Vegas.
I thought if you want, it doesn't really matter. Sure.
So Dom broke the helicopter.
Rob broke the It's not him, it's his luck.
It's my luck.
But
Yeah.
the air conditioning didn't work. So how's your day going? So your car got backed into, the air conditioning didn't work.
Time to gamble.
Time to gamble, yeah.
If that's something that you wanna know, if that's something, show me where to go, and I will give myself to you, I will give myself to you,
So, by helicopter, we have made it to the bottom of the Grand Canyon. So incredibly beautiful here. And now we're gonna have lunch, and then we're gonna fly right back. So how was the Grand Canyon?
It was freaking awesome.
Right?
Like, the ride over, as soon as you cross the first entrance into the Grand Canyon,
Yeah.
it's phenomenal.
What'd you think, Valentino? It's beautiful, isn't it?
Bellissimo.
It's bellissimo.
Yeah.
I never thought to be here.
Yeah.
It's a privilege, yeah. And I was just saying, you know, this is truly an adventure
It
drive.
truly
You have
is.
the
We've
adventure.
done everything.
Yeah, you had the adventure part, which is this. You have the drive, which is amazing, right? The scenery.
I want to do this every year now.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
just like,
same,
yo.
yeah, totally. That's it. Get to the chopper.
For the record, anybody watching this was the day the Cosmo caught on fire.
Yep, shake and bake.
So back out here live, the Cosmopolitan back open for business as usual here. The cause of the fire, of course, being investigated, and I'm told it could take days before we actually know the cause. I spoke to the chief directly myself, and I said, look, this building is only 5 years old. It's relatively new. Everything should be up to code and up to standard. He said, well, that's part of the investigation. He said, I can tell you there was not a working sprinkler system on that pool deck. Whether or not that's a violation, that is also being looked into.
As you can see from that news report, the Cosmo, or Cosmopolitan, was burning earlier today. When we arrived in Las Vegas, there was a bunch of black smoke on the roof, and we were like, what? What's going on? And it's literally straight across from our hotel. So me and Freddie and the rest of Adventure Drives have made it to Las Vegas. We are staying in this ridiculously nice hotel called the Mandarin. It's right on the Strip, and you have an amazing view of the Strip and everything going on in it. Driving today was pretty boring, I'm not gonna lie. It was a lot of desert. It was a lot of just sitting around and not very pretty things going on. But we did fly to the bottom of the Grand Canyon in a helicopter, so that made up for all of it. So Grand Canyon, totally worth it. If you're not from the US or from the US, you should totally check it out. And the helicopter ride was completely worth it. So I'll see you guys next time, and take it easy. I'm gonna relax. Take it easy.